Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Waking up on the Lionsgate portal and finding out that Jimmy was evicted was the universe telling me that everything is working in my favour. Big Brother USA Season 27, Episodes 13 and 14, and last time, Mickey swiped Riley's HOH from right under his feet, and, not to exaggerate, but he was taking a fucking mental breakdown. Now, as we know, when he was interrogating the house guests, he didn't directly ask her if she had the power, and he kept saying, "You lied to my face, Mickey, you lied to my face," and she says, "You never asked me if I had it." But when she told him that she used it because she didn't feel safe, he says that he wasn't coming after her. So he blatantly lied to her face because he already says that he was maybe going to put her up. And as we know, in Big Brother USA, part of the game is literally to lie. So the whole house knows that Keanu was the main target, and she told Riley that she wasn't going to put him up. However, she then went to him and says, "I want to put you up because I believe that you're the only person that can beat Keanu." So not only has he had his HOH swiped under his feet, he's now on the block. Kelly, who's volunteered to be up on every single week, is like, "Look, I need a break. It's my birthday." Mickey doesn't give a fuck. As I said in my last video, Kelly putting herself forward to be up on was all fine and well, but then when she kept pulling herself down, she was showing herself to be a comp beast and everybody was going to find her a threat. This is exactly what's happened. Now, as a superfan, if I was in the Big Brother house, I wouldn't have to worry about that because I literally could not win a comp if my life depended on it. So Mickey put up Keanu, Kelly and Riley. It was time for the veto, and I must say, if I was going to win any type of comp in Big Brother, it would be this. It's not physical, you don't have to remember really long videos, it's a bit like dance matting. I'd stand some sort of chance here. Let me know in the comments what kind of comps you think you'd win on Big Brother. When they were pulling the names for the veto competition, and Kelly got house guest choice, and Rachel was like, I was like, fuck off, Rachel. Fuck off. I can't stand her. I literally cannot fucking stand her, right? In this comp, they had to walk along a path and remember the light combinations, and whoever got to the end first got through to the next round. So Keanu got through to the first round and he's like, "Yes," right? Like, you know what he's like, showboating. And Rachel got through, and I was just like, great. The last thing we need is for her to fucking start winning competitions. She's up her own arse as it is. Now, everybody playing this game is like rushing back and forth. I was taking an asthma attack just looking at them. But Keanu is like, chill. I've got this. I'm just taking my time. I know I'm going to win. And he did. Not one person clapped. Nobody made a sound, right? Now, obviously with him showboating and stuff, it doesn't help. And the fact that he's already told everybody he's going to pick them off one by one didn't actually help. But you'd have thought that at least somebody would have been like, yay, or like a wee clap, or anything, right? Now, as we all know, Ava was presenting and she's supposed to say, "Congratulations, Keanu," right? And she didn't say anything. So he's obviously standing there. He's just won the veto. Nobody's making a sound. He's standing there like a dick. And he turns around and says, "I believe you have a prompt," right? And he did say it cheeky, but she went fucking mental. To the point where I thought, does she think that he is saying something offensive to her? Right? She's like, "Oh, don't speak to me like that," or whatever. And she says in the diary room that she was going to give him, like, the biggest congratulations. I don't think so. So she just walked up, like, swinging the veto, and she's like, "There you go," or whatever. And I thought, you know what, that was a bit out of order, because, like, he doesn't even have one person supporting him in that whole house. And I did think her attitude was a bit out of order, to be honest. Now, don't get me wrong, if somebody turned around and spoke to me like that, I wouldn't take very kindly to it, but I would at least cheer for them. Well, I wouldn't have cheered for Rachel or Jimmy because I can't stand they two. I probably would have been physically upset on my knees, crying and being sick. So Mickey's like, fuck, now I need to find a replacement nominee. What am I going to do? People are coming to her in the house and saying, "Vince is playing both sides of the house. He can't be trusted. Get him out." So you're thinking, right, okay, that's true. She's probably going to put him up. But then Vince is speaking to Mickey and he's like, Jimmy's been saying this, Jimmy's been doing that. Keanu tells her the same, right? And I'm thinking, she's not going to put Jimmy up. She's in an alliance with Jimmy, right? And even though she's not liked his gameplay so far, she's not going to put Jimmy up. Sick. She's not going to put Jimmy up because of Rachel. She's not going to put Jimmy up because of all these reasons, right? If anything, they're just making themselves bigger targets by even suggesting this. No. I was wrong. She went to Jimmy last minute, right? Last minute. She didn't even give him time to defend himself. She's like, look, I don't like the way he's playing the game. He's playing both sides of the house. Now, you're like, I don't really think there's anything wrong with playing both sides of the house. But obviously, when you're in somebody's alliance for the start, you're kind of expecting them to come to you and say, oh, by the way, I'm in this alliance with this person. I'm saying this to this person. And you want to be transparent, right? Like, fully transparent. And he wasn't, so he was coming across as being sneaky. And when he was HOH, he wasn't discussing any of his decisions with them. It just wasn't doing it right. So she went, and I was watching it, I was like, there's no way she's going to put him on the block, right? But she did. And I was ecstatic. I didn't want to get too overexcited, right, because we still had the blockbuster, but I was like, yes, 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 yes. In the back of my mind, right, I was trying to be realistic in terms of, like, her game. Putting Jimmy up was a big move, especially since other people wouldn't have done it because he's friends with Rachel and everybody's scared of Rachel. He wasn't going to put her on the block. He really was, like, trustworthy. He was a number for her. So it didn't really make sense, but also it made sense in terms of it being a big move. Rachel was in the diary room saying, oh, look, my two friends are going to be against each other now. And I was like, alright, so she is friends with Mickey as well, so she's probably not going to go after her. But what was annoying me is that when Mickey was talking to everybody in the house and she was talking to Vince, and Vince was saying, oh, the last person I want to come after me in this game is Rachel. And I'm like, fuck off. Why is everybody fear of Rachel? Maybe years ago she was great at the game or whatever, but now she's just a fucking showboating fucking... I can't stand her. Okay, if you've watched my videos up till now, you'll know that. So she put Jimmy on the block and I was like, yes, nice one. Hope he doesn't win the blockbuster, he needs to go home. The blockbuster comes, Riley wins. It's like, yes. Jimmy has to go. He has to go. He has to go. Even when he was doing his speech, it was annoying me. Because for day one when he went into that house, he's been a diva, he's calling people out, he's doing all these dramatics, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, keep me in. Nobody wants to keep you in because you're a fucking drama queen. So when it was time for the vote, basically everybody was voting for Jimmy, but Rachel didn't. So that's why I still didn't understand why she voted against her friend last time. But anyway, it was Ashley's turn to vote and she was standing talking to Rachel in the corridor. And I was like, she's taking too long. They're on live TV. Fucking make it fast, right? And I thought Big Brother should have come on and says, if you don't get into the diary room, then your vote's going to be void. Move your fucking ass. We're on live TV, bitch. So she has the audacity to come back into the diary room and go, oh no, I messed up, and try and change her vote. What the fuck do you think this is? Once your vote's in the ballot box, it's gone. No second chances. I say this in every single video, but can they please stop them from shouting out their whole family? It's really fucking riling me up. So in the end, Jimmy went, and you know what? I didn't even watch his interview because I can't fucking stand him. He came out and he was showboating again. I don't even know what he says. And I just turned it off. I was like, do you know what? He's gone and that's enough. Hopefully I never have the misfortune to having to see him on TV ever again. Let me know in the comments who you would like to win the next HOH. I would like it to be Keanu. I might have even have showed you at the end of that last episode. I didn't even see it because I turned it off. But I'll see you again next time. Bye!